What going on? It's your boy Butler, man. It's the best day of my life. Tomorrow's not promised. Go on, do your little dance while they still playing your song. Look, man, we got a full riot, a live riot. Change that color, Bill. Bill, that riot color right there. Yeah, yeah. Get to it. Hey, man. I just seen it. It just came to my news feed because I'm always looking at jail stuff. So here we go. We in Liberty County, man. They say dozens of inmates reportedly took over the dorms. Let's see.
John Bennett, he was actively involved, and you'll have first-hand news instead of having to come through me. So Lieutenant John Bennett.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant John Bennett with Liberty County Sheriff's Office, CID Lieutenant, Criminal Investigations Division, and I'm also over the SRT team along with my captain here. We got called and basically said that there was a large-scale disturbance that was taking place inside of the Liberty County Jail, and they needed everybody that they could get to show up to the jail. Most of the people that showed up got here within about 5 to 10 minutes. When I showed up on scene, Liberty PD, I think Dayton PD was already here, DPS, and other sheriff's deputies. The call came in. Our jail staff, we have deputies that work inside of the jail, and they were doing shakedowns. Look, these people inside this jail, they try to get stuff in, they try to cause problems, and we make sure that we keep that under control. So they were doing an initial search. When the search took place, they got out of hand, started raising a ruckus, and our guys backed out. They contained it. They started busting windows inside of the dorms. They started covering the windows so we couldn't see inside. When I showed up on scene, there was approximately 6 windows that were busted. There's 2 panes in these windows. The inside panes were busted, and then we had the outside panes, which they had not breached yet. As soon as we walked in, as soon as we got a team together to walk inside, one of the dorms that had approximately 21 people in it just laid it down. They understood that sign of force that we were coming in, and they just laid it down. We were able to flex cuff them, secure that pod, and we started working on the other pod. The second pod, I believe, actually had 23 people inside of it. That one was a lot more agitated, worked up. That was the one that really started it all, to be honest with you. We had 4 or 5, I think, that were really instigating the whole situation. There's some slots on the side of the cell. We call them bean slots. It's a small opening that you can open up, and you can communicate, or you can do what you have to do to pass food through it. Sometimes we have situations like this. They had made it to where we couldn't open that or open the doors. One of the windows that they had busted just here that are violent criminals, and we just need to make sure that they know that it doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to get out. You're going to stay where you're at, and you're going to face the...
Man, what the footage at, man? We want to see some footage. We don't want to hear you talk about how you done. It's 11:36. We don't want to hear about that. We want to hear about some... I guess that's it. Okay, control. Okay, damn.
Now to our other top story here today. The Liberty County Jail is now under control after inmates caused chaos by rioting and damaging property inside. While no serious injuries were reported, authorities say it all happened after a routine checkup. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia brings us the latest on the investigation. Jonathan.
Several law enforcement agencies showed up to the Liberty County Jail where they had to get inmates under control. The Liberty County Sheriff's Office says a total of 44 inmates were involved in the riot.
They started busting
Bro,
windows
we just
inside
synced
the
this shit.
dorms.
I'm sorry.
They started covering the windows so we couldn't see inside. When I showed up on scene, there was approximately 6 windows that were busted. There's 2 panes in these windows. The inside panes were busted.
A routine checkup to prevent contraband from entering the county jail is what caused the riot. Authorities say it's important to keep the county jail safe because violent criminals are housed right here.
This is a facility that is overpopulated, and we're trying our hardest to get it down. And we have people in here that are violent criminals. And we just need to make sure that they know that it doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to get out. You're going to stay where you're at, and you're going to face the justice system.
Deputies say they had to fire 45mm rounds of gas into the dorms, and even then, the inmates were not backing down.
I think sometimes a lot of these guys think that they're just going to have their way. And when you come to jail, you're not going to have your way. And we made sure that we showed them that this is our facility, and we're going to make sure that you don't have your way.
At this time, 5...
He talked with his tongue, folks. Yeah, he talked with his tongue. I like to see some footage. Inmates take over jail, done. Yes, everybody saying the same thing. Everybody saying the same thing, folks. Okay. All right, man.
Inmates are facing charges as the investigation continues. Deputies will be reviewing security footage to see if other inmates will also be facing charges. Reporting live in Liberty County, Jonathan Mejia.
Only thing I can say is that when they do come in there deep like that, bro, it is kind of intimidating. Because most of the time when they come in there with their riot gear, they look like some real Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And a lot of times they marching like, pow, 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 pow. They look real uniform. And unfortunately, man, you know, as much as many windows as those guys broke, man, ain't no uniformity. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think.